Hey guys, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. So, today we are gonna see, what if Naruto ended up in the Helluva boss universe and slowly built a harem, part 1. So before we start, please subscribe to our channel and like this video, so let's begin the video. The human in hell. The pride ring of hell was never quiet. Screams, laughter, explosions, and the occasional musical number filled the air 24/7. It was chaos incarnate, a place where sinners and hellborn demons lived out their eternal damnation or birthright with reckless abandon. The crimson sky pulsed with an eerie glow, casting long shadows across the twisted cityscape of Pentagram City. In a dark alley between two crumbling buildings, something unusual was happening. A tear in reality itself had opened up, crackling with energy that didn't belong in hell. The portal shimmered with blues and whites, colors too pure for this damned place. Then, with a sound like thunder, a body fell through and crashed hard onto the garbage-strewn pavement. Naruto Uzumaki groaned as consciousness slowly returned to him. Every part of his body screamed in agony. His orange jacket was torn and singed, blood seeping from multiple wounds across his arms and torso. His blonde hair was matted with dirt and something he really hoped wasn't what he thought it was. Slowly, painfully, he opened his blue eyes and immediately wished he hadn't. The sky was wrong. Everything was wrong. What the hell, he muttered, then laughed bitterly at his own choice of words, because if this wasn't hell, it was doing a pretty good impression of it. His last memory came flooding back. He had been on a mission with Team 7, tracking down a rogue ninja who had stolen an ancient scroll. They had cornered the guy in some ruins, but the idiot had activated a scroll without knowing what it did. Reality had twisted, space had folded in on itself, and Naruto remembered reaching out to grab Sakura before she fell into the void. Then nothing but pain and the sensation of falling through worlds. Okay, think Naruto, he told himself, struggling to sit up against the alley wall. His ribs protested violently, and he was pretty sure at least two were cracked. You have been in worse situations. Remember the time you fought Pain? Or Madara? Or that time you ate ramen that had been sitting out for 3 days? You got through all of that. You can figure this out. He tried to focus his chakra, feeling for the familiar warmth of the Nine Tails. To his immense relief, he could still sense Kurama, though the connection felt muted, like trying to hear someone speaking through thick walls. Hey, Kurama, you there? He thought. A low growl echoed in his mind. Barely, kid. Whatever that scroll did, it didn't just move us through space. We are somewhere very far from home. I can feel it. This place reeks of death and malice. Naruto tried to stand, but his legs gave out immediately. He slumped back down, breathing hard. Great. Just great. Stranded in some nightmare world, beaten up, and probably about to be attacked by whatever lives here. As if on cue, he heard voices approaching the alley entrance. I am telling you, Luna, you need to be more social. Blitzo's voice rang out, loud and slightly manic. You can't just sit at that desk all day scrolling through your phone. You need to engage with clients, smile more, maybe show some enthusiasm. The female voice responded, dripping with sarcasm and annoyance. And I am telling you, Blitzo, that I was hired as a receptionist, not your personal emotional support hellhound. I answer phones, I schedule appointments, and I tolerate your existence. That's what you pay me for. Naruto's eyes widened. Hellhound. What kind of place had he landed in? Oh come on, Blitzo wheedled. Just come with me to get coffee. We can talk about your feelings, maybe discuss why you are so angry all the time. I am getting coffee by myself. You are going back to the office. And we are not talking about my feelings because I don't have any, except a strong desire to be left alone. The voices were getting closer. Naruto tried to make himself smaller, pressing against the wall. He didn't know who these people were or what they would do to him, but given the Hellhound comment, he wasn't eager to find out. The figure appeared at the alley entrance, silhouetted against the red light of the street beyond. As she stepped into the shadows, Naruto got his first clear look at her, and his jaw dropped. She was tall and slender, with silver fur covering her body and a long bushy tail that swished behind her. Her hair was long and silver with dark gray patches, falling around her face in a style that somehow managed to look both messy and intentional. She wore a black choker with spikes, a tattered gray crop top, and black shorts. Her red sclera and white pupils scanned the alley with bored disinterest until they landed on Naruto. They stared at each other for a long moment. Luna's expression shifted from bored to confused to annoyed in rapid succession. What the actual hell, she muttered. Naruto tried for his best friendly smile, though it probably looked more like a grimace given his injuries. Hi there. I know this looks bad, but I can explain. Actually, no, I can't explain at all because I have no idea where I am or how I got here. But I am friendly. Very friendly. Please don't eat me. Luna's ears flattened against her head. Why would I eat you? What are you, anyway? You smell weird. I am a human, Naruto said slowly. And I am lost. Very, very lost. A human? Luna took a step closer, her nose twitching. In hell. how did you even get down here? Did you die? You don't look dead. Well, you look kind of dead, all beat up like that, but not hell dead. Hell? Naruto's voice cracked. This is actually hell. Like fire and brimstone, eternal damnation hell. Welcome to the Pride Ring, Luna said dryly. Though if you are looking for fire and brimstone, you will be disappointed. Mostly we just have overcrowding, violence, and really bad traffic. Now answer my question. How did a living human end up here? Naruto explained about the mission, the scroll, and the portal, his words tumbling out in a rush. As he spoke, he watched Luna's face carefully. Her expression remained skeptical but not hostile, which he counted as a win. When he finished, Luna crossed her arms. So you are telling me you fell through some magic portal from another world entirely and landed in hell by accident? That about sums it up, yeah. And you have no way to get back? Not at the moment, no. And you are bleeding all over our alley. Is this your alley? Sorry about that. Despite herself, Luna felt the corner of her mouth twitch. This guy was either the world's best liar or genuinely as clueless as he appeared. There was something about his eyes though, those impossibly blue eyes, that seemed honest. Naive, maybe even stupid, but honest. She should walk away. This wasn't her problem. Some random human showing up in hell was weird, sure, but hell was full of weird. She should just go get her coffee and forget she ever saw him. But then Naruto tried to stand again and immediately collapsed with a pained grunt, and Luna found herself moving forward before she could think better of it. Okay, stop, just stop before you hurt yourself worse, she said, crouching down next to him. She grabbed his arm to steady him, and the moment her paw touched his skin, she felt something strange. A warmth, not physical but something deeper, something that made her want to pull away and lean closer at the same time. Naruto looked up at her, his face pale but grateful. Thank you. I know you don't have any reason to help me, but thank you. Yeah, well, don't make a big deal out of it, Luna muttered, uncomfortable with the genuine gratitude in his voice. I am just making sure you don't die in our alley. Bad for business. She helped him to his feet and he leaned heavily against her. He was surprisingly solid despite his injuries, with muscles that spoke of serious training. And that warmth she had felt when she touched him, it was still there, radiating from him like sunlight. Sunlight? In hell. The thought made her want to laugh and run away at the same time. Luna, what are you doing? She turned to see Blitzo standing at the alley entrance, his yellow eyes wide with surprise. The imp was short, with red skin, white blotches, and black and white striped horns. He wore a navy blue coat with red trim and a large red bow tie. Blitzo, Luna said carefully, I found something. I can see that, Blitzo said, walking closer. His eyes narrowed as he took in Naruto's appearance. Is that a human? A living human? Apparently, Luna said. Blitzo circled around them, studying Naruto from every angle like he was some kind of exotic animal. Fascinating. I have never seen a living human down here before. Lots of dead ones, obviously, but living. That's new. How much do you think we could sell him for? We are not selling him, Luna snapped, surprising herself with her vehemence. Why not? Do you know how much some of the overlords would pay for a living human? We could retire. Move to Wrath, buy a nice place with a yard. He is not a commodity, Blitzo. He is hurt and lost. Since when do you care about hurt and lost? You didn't even want to adopt that hellhound puppy I showed you. That puppy tried to bite my face off. It was playing. While they argued, Naruto watched with growing confusion and concern. Excuse me, he interjected weakly, but could we maybe table the discussion about selling me? I promise I am not worth much and I would really appreciate some medical attention. Blitzo and Luna both turned to look at him, as if they had forgotten he could hear them. Right, medical attention, Blitzo said thoughtfully. We could take him to a hospital, but then we would have to answer questions about where we found a living human, and that seems like paperwork. Or we could take him back to the office and figure it out from there. Why would we take him to the office? Luna asked. Because he is interesting, and I like interesting things, Blitzo said. Plus, Moxie will freak out when he sees him, and watching Moxie freak out is always entertaining. Your compassion is overwhelming, Naruto muttered. Thank you, Blitzo said cheerfully, completely missing the sarcasm. Okay, decision made. Luna, help me carry him. We are taking him to I.M.P. I am not carrying, Luna said flatly. Fine, you support, I will guide. Same thing. It's really not. Despite her protests, Luna found herself helping Naruto limp out of the alley and onto the main street. The moment they emerged from the shadows, Naruto got his first real look at hell, and it was so overwhelming that he almost forgot about his injuries. Pentagram City stretched out before him in all its twisted glory. Buildings of impossible architecture jutted into the red sky, some leaning at angles that should have caused them to collapse. Neon signs advertised everything from soul contracts to demonic plastic surgery. Demons of every shape and size filled the streets, some humanoid, others decidedly not. Flying creatures swooped overhead, and in the distance, a building exploded in a shower of green fire. "This is insane," Naruto breathed. "This is Tuesday," Luna said. "You should see it on weekends." They made their way through the crowded streets, drawing stares from the demons they passed. Naruto heard whispers following them, caught words like human and living and fresh meat that made him very uncomfortable. "Is everyone always this interested in newcomers?" he asked. "They are interested because you are not supposed to be here," Luna explained. "Living humans can't come to hell unless they are summoned, and even then, they don't usually last long. You are like a walking impossibility." "Great. I have always wanted to be impossible." Despite everything, Luna found herself almost smiling. This human, Naruto, had been dumped into hell, beaten up, threatened with being sold, and was currently being gawked at by demons who probably wanted to eat him, and he was making jokes. It was either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid, and she wasn't sure which. They reached a building that looked slightly less threatening than its neighbors, though that wasn't saying much. A flickering neon sign above the door read "Immediate Murder Professionals" in letters that dripped with what Naruto really hoped was just paint. "This is where you work?" he asked. "Immediate Murder Professionals. That's really on the nose." "We are assassins," Blitzo said proudly as he pushed open the door. "We go to the living world and kill people for clients. It's a very successful business model." "You kill people for money," Naruto said slowly. "Well, when you say it like that it sounds bad. We prefer to think of it as providing a valuable service to our clients who have unfinished business with the living." "They kill people for money," Luna confirmed. The office was surprisingly mundane given its purpose. A waiting area with worn chairs, a receptionist desk covered in papers and coffee cups, a few doors leading to other rooms, and posters on the walls advertising their services. It looked like any small business office, except for the bloodstains on the carpet and the weapons mounted on the walls. As soon as they entered, a door burst open and a small imp rushed out, his arms full of papers. Moxie, if Naruto remembered correctly from Blitzo's earlier mention. Moxie was shorter than Blitzo, with red skin, white freckles, and curled horns. He wore a black suit with a red bow tie that made him look almost professional, except for the frazzled expression on his face. "Blitzo, thank Satan you are back. We have 3 new contracts that came in this morning, and one of our clients is threatening to sue because apparently you killed the wrong person yesterday. How do you even do that? They sent us a photo. We had one job." "It was an honest mistake," Blitzo said dismissively. "They looked very similar. One was 30 years older than the other. People age differently, Moxie." Moxie opened his mouth to argue, then noticed Naruto for the first time. His yellow eyes widened, the papers in his arms scattering to the floor. "Is that," he started, his voice rising in pitch. "Is that a human? A living human? In our office?" "His name is Naruto, and yes, he is a human," Luna said, helping Naruto over to one of the waiting room chairs. "He fell through some kind of portal and landed in hell." "That's not possible," Moxie said, his breathing quickening. "Humans can't just fall into hell. There are rules. Cosmic rules. You die, you get judged, you end up where you are supposed to end up. You don't just accidentally fall through a portal into the Pride Ring. This violates every principle of metaphysical transportation that I have ever studied. And yet, here I am," Naruto said, slumping into the chair with a groan. "Violating all your principles just by existing. Sorry about that." Another imp emerged from a back room, this one female with red skin, black hair tied up in a ponytail, and a yellow sclera that contrasted with her white pupils. She was shorter than Moxie but radiated energy, practically bouncing on her heels as she approached. "Did I hear correctly?" Millie asked, her southern accent thick and cheerful. "We got ourselves a real live human." "Millie, this is serious," Moxie said, wringing his hands. "This is unprecedented. We need to contact someone, maybe one of the overlords or heaven, or I don't know, someone who handles this kind of thing." "Or," Blitzo said, "we could just keep him here and see what happens." "See what happens?" Moxie's voice cracked. "That's your plan. See what happens. Well, it's better than your plan, which seems to be panic and call people we don't like." While they argued, Millie walked over to Naruto and looked him over with undisguised curiosity. She reached out and poked his arm, making him flinch. "Yep, definitely solid," she said. "And warm too. You really are alive. That's just wild. How you feeling, sugar?" "Like I got hit by a train made of knives," Naruto admitted. "But I have been worse." "He has been worse," Millie repeated, laughing. "I like him already. Can we keep him?" "He is not a pet," Luna growled from her desk, where she had retreated to her usual spot. "No one said anything about pets," Millie said innocently. "I just think it would be nice to have a human around. Add some variety to the place." The door to the office swung open again, and a woman entered who immediately commanded attention. She was tall and elegant, with long blonde hair, red cheeks, and eyes that sparkled with warmth and determination. She wore a red tuxedo with a white undershirt and black bow tie, along with red dress pants and black-heeled shoes. Hello everyone, Charlie Morningstar said brightly. I hope I am not interrupting anything. I just wanted to stop by and discuss that collaboration idea I mentioned last week about how I.M.P could help with rehabilitation efforts at the hotel. She paused, taking in the scene before her. Blitzo and Moxie arguing, Millie examining a bloody human in the waiting room chair, and Luna at her desk, pretending none of this was happening. Did I come at a bad time? Charlie asked. Define bad, Blitzo said. Charlie's eyes landed on Naruto, and her expression shifted from confusion to concern in an instant. She rushed over, kneeling beside his chair with the kind of genuine worry that Naruto hadn't seen since he'd left his own world. Oh my gosh, you are hurt. What happened? Are you okay? Well, obviously you are not okay, look at you. We need to get you medical attention right away. I am okay, Naruto said, though his pale face and labored breathing suggested otherwise. Just a little banged up. Nothing a good night's sleep won't fix. A good night's sleep? Charlie looked at him incredulously. You have blood soaking through your clothes. You need actual medical care, not sleep. Who are you? Naruto asked, his blue eyes meeting her red ones. Oh, right, introductions. I am Charlie Morningstar. I run the Hazbin Hotel. It's a rehabilitation center for sinners who want to be redeemed and go to heaven. Naruto processed this information slowly. So you are trying to help demons become better people and go to heaven? Exactly, Charlie said, her face lighting up with enthusiasm despite the situation. Everyone deserves a second chance, even in hell. I believe in redemption, in the power of change, in the possibility that anyone can be better if they just try. That's beautiful, Naruto said softly, and he meant it. Charlie's optimism, her determination to see the best in people, even demons, reminded him of himself. It reminded him of home. Charlie felt her heart skip a beat. This human, this impossibly kind human in hell, understood her dream without any explanation. Most demons laughed at her, called her naive, said her hotel was a joke. But this stranger, beaten and lost, looked at her with respect and understanding. Thank you, she said quietly. That means more than you know. Now, tell me what happened to you. Naruto repeated his story once more, with Blitzo and Moxie chiming in with their own observations. As he spoke, Charlie's expression grew more and more concerned. The portal from another world, she mused when he finished. I have heard of such things but never seen it happen. The magic required would be immense and incredibly unstable. You are lucky to be alive. I don't feel very lucky right now, Naruto admitted. Well, we need to fix that, Charlie said decisively. First things first, we get you medical attention. Then we find you a safe place to stay while we figure out how to get you home. You can stay at my hotel. We have plenty of rooms and you will be protected there. Charlie, that's very kind, Moxie said carefully, but is it wise to bring a living human to your hotel? The sinners there might see him as a target. Which is exactly why he needs protection, Charlie countered. And I won't let anyone hurt him. This poor soul has been through enough. Naruto looked at Charlie, at the fierce determination in her eyes, and felt something warm bloom in his chest. Here was someone who barely knew him, who had no reason to help him, who was putting herself out to protect him just because it was the right thing to do. Thank you, he said. Really. You don't know how much this means to me. Charlie smiled, and it was like sunshine in hell. Of course. That's what the hotel is for. Helping people in need. I will come too, Luna said suddenly, standing up from her desk. Everyone turned to look at her in surprise. You will? Blitzo asked, his eyebrows raised practically to his horns. Someone needs to make sure he doesn't do something stupid on the way there, Luna said defensively. Plus, I found him. Finders keepers. I am not a lost puppy, Naruto protested weakly. Could have fooled me, Luna shot back, but there was no real heat in her words. Wonderful, Charlie said, clapping her hands together. The more the merrier. Though I do need to call ahead and let Baggy know we are bringing a guest. She gets nervous about surprises. Charlie pulled out her phone, a surprisingly modern device for hell, and stepped away to make her call. Naruto could hear her excited voice explaining the situation, followed by what sounded like someone shouting in Spanish on the other end. Moxie approached Naruto cautiously, his earlier panic replaced by curiosity. So you are from another world entirely. What's it like there? Different from here, Naruto said. We have humans, obviously, and ninja, and some magic but nothing like this. No demons, no hell, just regular dangers like rogue ninja and world-ending threats. World-ending threats are regular for you? Millie asked, her eyes wide. You get used to it, Naruto said with a shrug, then winced as the motion pulled at his injuries. I am increasingly convinced you are either the bravest or the stupidest person I have ever met, Moxie said. Possibly both. I get that a lot, Naruto admitted. Charlie returned, tucking her phone away. Okay, Baggy is preparing a room and gathering medical supplies. She is also worried this might be a trap, but that's just Baggy being Baggy. She will warm up to you once she meets you. Why would this be a trap? Naruto asked. Because nothing good ever happens to us without some kind of catch, Luna said dryly. But sure, let's be optimistic. What could go wrong? Everything, Moxie muttered under his breath. The trip to the Hazbin hotel was an adventure in itself. Charlie led the way with Luna supporting Naruto on one side, while Millie had insisted on coming along out of curiosity. They moved through the crowded streets of Pentagram City, and everywhere they went, demons stopped to stare. Naruto tried to take it all in, the bizarre architecture, the demonic residents, the overall sense of organized chaos that defined hell. His mind was spinning with questions. How was any of this possible? Why did hell look like a twisted version of a modern city? Where did all the demons come from? And most importantly, how was he going to get home? You were being awfully quiet, Luna observed. Most humans would be screaming by now. I don't really do screaming, Naruto said. Panicking never helped anyone. Better to stay calm and figure things out step by step. Practical, Luna said, a hint of approval in her voice. Weird, but practical. That should be my epitaph, Naruto joked. Here lies Naruto Uzumaki, weird but practical. You joke about death a lot for someone who is still alive, Luna noted. When you have died and come back as many times as I have, you are in the right, Naruto said, then realized how that sounded. That was a joke. Mostly. It's complicated. Charlie glanced back at them, her expression curious but concerned. You have died before. Technically yes, but I got better, Naruto explained. There was this war, and I kind of sacrificed myself to save my friend, but then I got brought back because the world still needed saving. Long story. You are full of long stories, aren't you? Millie said cheerfully. I can't wait to hear them all. They turned a corner, and the Hazbin Hotel came into view. It was an impressive building, tall and Victorian in style, with stained glass windows and Gothic architecture that somehow managed to look both inviting and ominous. A large neon sign proclaimed Hazbin Hotel above the entrance, and despite everything, Naruto had to admit it had character. This is amazing, he said. You built this? Well, it was already here, Charlie admitted. I just renovated it and gave it a new purpose. My dream is to fill it with sinners seeking redemption, to prove that demons can change and earn their way to heaven. Has anyone been redeemed yet? Naruto asked. Charlie's smile faltered slightly. Not yet. But we have had some progress. One of our residents, Angel Dust, has been showing real improvement. It's a slow process, but I believe in it. They approached the hotel entrance, and the door burst open before they could reach it. A small demon flew out, literally flew, her wings buzzing like a moth's. She was tiny with gray skin, long white hair, and a large X over her eye. She wore a white dress with a pink skirt and had a spear-like weapon in her hand, which she immediately pointed at Naruto. Charlie, what is this? The demon demanded in a Spanish accent. You said you were bringing a guest, not a living human covered in blood. Do you have any idea how dangerous this is? Baggy, please put the spear down, Charlie said gently. He is not dangerous. His name is Naruto, and he needs our help. How do you know he is not dangerous? Baggy challenged, her single eye narrowing. Living humans don't just appear in hell. This could be a trap set by the overlords or heaven or anyone with a grudge against you, which is basically everyone. I am literally too injured to be a threat to anyone, Naruto pointed out. See? Bleeding. Barely standing. Very non-threatening. Baggy studied him for a long moment, her spear still raised. Then she noticed how pale he was, how he was leaning heavily on Luna, how his blue eyes were starting to glaze with exhaustion and pain. Fine, she said, lowering her weapon. But I am watching you. One wrong move and you will regret it. That's fair, Naruto said. If I were in your position, I would probably be suspicious too. Baggy blinked, surprised by his understanding. Then she shook her head. Come on. Let's get you inside before you bleed out on our doorstep. That would be bad for business. The inside of the Hazbin Hotel was even more impressive than the outside. A grand lobby with a chandelier, plush furniture, and a bar area that looked well stocked. The walls were covered in old paintings and decorations that gave the place a vintage charm. The tall, slender demon stood behind the bar, polishing a glass with a bored expression. He had pale skin, red eyes, and short red and black hair swept back. He wore a red pinstriped suit and carried himself with a kind of old-fashioned elegance that spoke of a different era. Oh my, he said, his voice smooth and tinged with a radio static quality. What have we here? Charles, darling, you didn't tell me we were expecting such interesting company. This is Alistair, the radio demon, Charlie introduced, a hint of nervousness in her voice. He is helping manage the hotel. Alistair, this is Naruto. He is from another world and needs our assistance. Alistair set down the glass and walked over with steps that seemed almost like dancing. He circled Naruto with keen interest, his smile never faltering. A living human in hell. How delightfully unprecedented. The last time something this interesting happened, I wasn't even dead yet. You were alive once? Naruto asked. Everyone in hell was alive once, dear boy. Well, except for the Hellborn, but they are the exception. I was a radio host in New Orleans back in the 1930s. Good times, simpler times, times when people still had proper manners and didn't walk into hotels bleeding all over the carpet. Sorry about that, Naruto said. Oh, no apology necessary. I find it rather amusing. Though we should address those wounds before you expire. It would be such a waste of potential entertainment. There was something unsettling about Alistair, something dangerous lurking beneath the charming facade, but Naruto was too tired to worry about it. His adrenaline was fading, and the pain was becoming harder to ignore. Charlie seemed to sense his exhaustion. Let's get you to a room. Baggy, can you bring the medical supplies? Already on it, Baggy said, disappearing down a hallway. They helped Naruto up a grand staircase to the second floor and into a surprisingly comfortable bedroom. It had a large bed with red sheets, a window overlooking the city, and its own bathroom. For someone who had been sleeping in trees and caves during missions, it was practically luxury. Lie down, Charlie instructed, helping him onto the bed. Baggy will be here soon with supplies, and we will get you fixed up. Naruto complied gratefully, sinking into the mattress with a groan of relief. Charlie sat on the edge of the bed, her hands hovering uncertainly as if she wanted to help but wasn't sure how. Luna stood by the door, her arms crossed, watching everything with her usual guarded expression. Millie had stayed downstairs, but Naruto could hear her animated voice talking to Alistair about something. I can't believe this is happening, Charlie said softly. A living human in hell. It's like something out of a fairy tale, except reversed and much more complicated. Story of my life, Naruto said with a weak smile. Complicated and reversed. Charlie laughed despite herself. You have a good attitude about all of this. Most people would be having a breakdown. Breakdowns don't solve problems, Naruto said. Trust me, I have tried. It's better to just accept the situation and work from there. That's very mature, Charlie observed. I have had a lot of practice with impossible situations, Naruto admitted. This is just the latest one. Baggy returned with an armful of medical supplies, setting them on the bedside table with more force than necessary. She was still clearly suspicious, but Charlie's pleading look seemed to soften her slightly. Take off your jacket, Baggy ordered. Let's see how bad this is. Naruto struggled to remove his tattered orange jacket, and both Charlie and Luna moved forward at the same time to help. They ended up bumping into each other, and for a moment there was an awkward tension in the air. I got it, Luna said. I can help, Charlie insisted. Both of you can help, Baggy said exasperatedly. Just get the jacket off him before he passes out. Together, they carefully removed his jacket and then his black undershirt, revealing the full extent of his injuries. Deep cuts across his chest and arms, massive bruising along his ribs, and what looked like burn marks on his shoulders. Dios mio, Baggy breathed. What did this to you? Combination of the portal's energy and the rough landing, Naruto explained. I have enhanced healing, so it looks worse than it is. Give me a day or two and I will be mostly recovered. Enhanced healing? Charlie asked, fascinated. Is that a human thing or you thing? A me thing, Naruto said. I have had certain abilities since birth. Long story involving a giant fox demon sealed inside me. It's complicated. Everything about you is complicated, Luna muttered, but she was gently cleaning one of the wounds on his arm, her touch surprisingly delicate. Charlie worked on his other arm, her healing magic flowing through her fingertips and easing some of the pain. Baggy handled the deeper cuts on his chest with practiced efficiency. You have done this before, Naruto observed, watching Baggy work. I was a soldier before I came here, Baggy said shortly. Field medicine was part of the job. They worked in silence for a while, the three women tending to his wounds, while Naruto tried not to think about how strange this all was. 3 demons, one of whom was literally the princess of hell, taking care of him like he mattered. Like he was worth saving. Why are you all being so nice to me? He asked suddenly. I am a stranger. A human. I don't belong here. You could have just left me in that alley. Charlie looked up at him with surprise. Because that's not who I am. I started this hotel to help people, and you need help. It doesn't matter if you are a demon or a human or from another world entirely. Everyone deserves kindness. Plus, you are interesting, Luna added. And I found you first. And we are keeping an eye on you to make sure you are not a threat, Baggy finished. But mostly what Charlie said. Naruto felt a lump forming in his throat. Back in his own world, he had spent years being treated like a monster, like something to be feared and hated because of the 9 tails sealed within him. It had taken him so long to earn the village's respect, to prove that he was more than what they thought he was. And here, in hell of all places, demons were treating him with more immediate kindness than most of his own village had shown him growing up. Thank you, he said quietly, his voice thick with emotion. All of you. I mean it. Charlie's hand found his and squeezed gently. You're welcome. And we are going to figure this out together. I promise. Once they finished bandaging him up, Baggy stepped back to assess their work. That should hold for now. With your enhanced healing, you should be in much better shape by tomorrow. But you need rest. Real rest. I can do rest, Naruto said, already feeling his eyes growing heavy. I am great at rest. Somehow I doubt that, Luna said, but there was a hint of amusement in her voice. Charlie stood and moved toward the door. We will let you sleep. If you need anything at all, just call out. Someone will hear you. The hotel is never really quiet. Wait, Naruto said, struggling to sit up. I need to know something. Is there any way to get back to my world? Any magic or portals or anything? The three women exchanged glances. I don't know, Charlie admitted. But I will research it. I will talk to everyone I know, check every resource we have. If there is a way, we will find it. And if there isn't? Naruto asked, the question he had been avoiding since he woke up in that alley. Then we will figure that out too, Charlie said firmly. One step at a time. For now, just focus on healing. They filed out of the room, leaving Naruto alone with his thoughts. The moment the door closed, he felt the weight of everything crash down on him. He was in hell. Actual hell. Cut off from everyone he knew, everyone he loved. Sakura, Kakashi, Sasuke, the entire village. They probably thought he was dead. Kid, Kurama's voice rumbled in his mind. You need to stay strong. I know, Naruto thought back. It's just a lot to process. We have been through worse. We will get through this too. How can you be so sure? Because I know you. You never give up. It's your most annoying and admirable quality. Despite everything, Naruto smiled. Thanks, Kurama. That actually helps. Now sleep. Your body needs to heal, and I need to conserve energy. This place is draining me in ways I don't fully understand yet. Naruto settled back into the bed, his body grateful for the softness after the brutal landing. As his eyes closed, his last thoughts were of blue skies and raiment stands and a village that felt impossibly far away. He dreamed of home. When Naruto woke, the first thing he noticed was that he felt significantly better. The pain that had been radiating through every part of his body had dulled to a manageable ache. His enhanced healing was working, though not as quickly as it would have back home. The second thing he noticed was that someone was in his room. Luna sat in a chair by the window, her phone in her hand but her eyes on him. When she saw he was awake, she quickly looked back at her phone, as if she hadn't been watching him sleep. How long was I out? Naruto asked, his voice rough from sleep. About 12 hours, Luna said. It's morning now. Well, morning in hell, which looks pretty much the same as night because the sky is always red. Naruto sat up slowly, testing his body's limits. The bandages were still in place, but underneath he could feel his wounds closing. Another day and he would be mostly healed. You stayed here all night? He asked. Someone had to make sure you didn't die in your sleep, Luna said defensively. Charlie would have been upset if we let you die on your first night here. Right. For Charlie. For Charlie, Luna repeated, but she didn't meet his eyes. Naruto swung his legs over the side of the bed, taking in his surroundings more clearly now that he wasn't delirious with pain. The room really was nice, better than any place he had stayed during his missions. There were even books on a shelf and paintings on the walls. So what happens now? He asked. Do I just stay here until we figure out how to get me home? Pretty much, Luna said. Charlie is already making calls, reaching out to every magic user and scholar she knows. Baggy is researching interdimensional travel. Even Alistair is looking into it, though I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. Can you throw him far? I have never tried, but I would like to. Naruto laughed, then winced as his ribs protested. Luna was immediately on her feet, crossing the room to check on him. You shouldn't be laughing yet, she said, her hands hovering over his bandages. Your ribs are still healing. I can't help it, Naruto said. You are funny. Even when you are trying to be scary, you are funny. I am not trying to be funny, Luna said, but there was a slight upturn to her lips that might have been the beginning of a smile. Their faces were close now, closer than Luna had intended when she rushed over. She could see the blue of his eyes more clearly, like the sky she barely remembered from when she was alive. She could smell something on him, something clean and warm that didn't belong in hell. She pulled back quickly, returning to her chair. Charlie will want to know you are awake. She has been checking on you every hour. She has? Naruto asked, surprised. She cares about people, Luna said with a shrug. It's kind of her thing. Annoying, really, but also kind of nice. Before Naruto could respond, there was a knock on the door, and Charlie burst in with the energy of someone who had been waiting for this moment. Her face lit up when she saw him sitting up. Naruto, you are awake. How are you feeling? Are you in pain? Do you need anything? Food? Water? More bandages? I am okay, Naruto assured her, charmed by her enthusiasm. Much better, actually. My healing is working well. That's wonderful, Charlie said, clasping her hands together. I have been so worried. I barely slept last night. You should have slept, Naruto said. I wasn't going anywhere. I know, but I kept thinking about you here all alone in a strange world and I just wanted to make sure you were okay. There was something so genuine in her concern that Naruto felt his chest tighten. Charlie cared, really cared, and he had only known her for less than a day. Baggy appeared in the doorway, carrying a tray with food. I figured you would be hungry. It's not much, just some eggs and toast and fruit, but it's food. It looks amazing, Naruto said, and he meant it. The smell alone made his stomach growl loudly enough that everyone heard it. When was the last time you ate? Baggy asked, setting the tray on his lap. Before the mission. So maybe 18 hours ago. Plus however long I was unconscious in the alley. Dios mio, eat. Now. Naruto didn't need to be told twice. He dug into the food with the kind of enthusiasm that came from years of surviving on instant ramen and whatever he could scavenge. The eggs were perfectly cooked, the toast was crispy, and the fruit was fresh and sweet. This is really good, he said between bites. Thank you. Baggy looked pleased despite herself. I used to cook for my squad. It's been a while, but I guess I haven't lost a touch. As Naruto ate, Charlie sat on the edge of the bed while Luna remained in her chair and Baggy leaned against the wall. They watched him with varying expressions of curiosity and concern. So, Charlie started carefully. I have been thinking about your situation. The portal that brought you here, do you remember anything specific about it? Colors, symbols, sounds. Naruto paused mid-bite, thinking back. It was chaotic. Lots of blue and white energy, lightning crackling everywhere. The scroll the rogue ninja used had these weird symbols on it, like interlocking circles with lines connecting them. And there was the sound, like reality was tearing apart. Interlocking circles, Baggy murmured. That sounds like a summoning array, but modified somehow. Could someone summon me back? Naruto asked hopefully. Maybe, Charlie said. But we would need to find someone with the knowledge and power to perform that kind of ritual. And even then, there is no guarantee it would send you to the right world. So I might end up in another random dimension instead of home, Naruto said flatly. It's a possibility, Baggy admitted. Interdimensional travel is incredibly dangerous and unpredictable. Naruto set down his fork, his appetite suddenly diminished. So I am stuck here. Not stuck, Charlie said quickly. Just temporarily displaced. We will find a way, Naruto. I promise you that. Why? Naruto asked, looking at her directly. Why do you care so much? You don't even know me. Charlie met his gaze without flinching. Because you are a person in need, and that's enough. Because I started this hotel to help people, and you need help. And because something tells me you are a good person, and good people deserve good things. I am not that good, Naruto said quietly. I have done things, made mistakes. I have hurt people. Haven't we all? Charlie said softly. That's what redemption is about. Not being perfect, but trying to be better. There was a moment of silence, heavy with understanding. Then Luna broke it with her usual bluntness. Okay, this is getting too deep for this early in the morning. Can we focus on practical matters? Like what Naruto is going to do while he is here. He can't just sit in this room forever. She's right, Baggy said. You need something to do, a purpose. Sitting around waiting for a solution will drive you crazy. What do you suggest? Naruto asked. You're a fighter, right? Baggy said. You have training and combat experience. We could use that. The hotel isn't exactly in a safe neighborhood and having someone with your skills around could be useful. You want me to be security? Naruto asked. Think of it as being a protector, Charlie said. Help keep the hotel and its residents safe. And in exchange, you have a place to stay, food, and our full support in finding a way home. That's fair, Naruto said. I don't like feeling useless anyway. I would be happy to help. Great, Baggy said with satisfaction. We can start training later today once you are more recovered. I want to see what you can actually do. Be careful what you wish for, Naruto warned with a grin. I have been training since I was a kid. I might surprise you. I look forward to it, Baggy said, and there was a competitive gleam in her eye that Naruto recognized. She was a warrior, just like him. The rest of the morning passed in a blur of introductions and explanations. Naruto met more of the hotel's residents, including Angel Dust, a tall spider demon with a flamboyant personality and a sharp wit. Angel took one look at Naruto and immediately started flirting, which made everyone else roll their eyes. A human, Angel purred. And a cute one too. Tell me, sweet cheeks, are you single? Very single and very confused, Naruto said. Also, I am pretty sure you are a guy. So observant, Angel said, batting his eyelashes. And yes, I am a guy. Specifically, I am a gay spider demon who does porn for a living. Want an autograph? I am good, thanks, Naruto said, though he couldn't help but laugh at Angel's audacity. He also met Nifty, a tiny cyclops demon with an obsession for cleaning and a disturbing fascination with men. She zipped around Naruto at superhuman speed, examining him from every angle. Boo, you are tall, she squeaked. And blonde. I like blondes. Are you single? Do you like bad boys? I like bad boys. Please stop, Luna growled, pulling Naruto away from Nifty's enthusiastic inspection. The hotel was strange and chaotic, but there was also a sense of community that Naruto appreciated. Despite being demons, despite being in hell, these people cared about each other. It reminded him of his friends back home, of Team 7 and the bonds they had forged. That afternoon, true to her word, Baggy took Naruto to a training area behind the hotel. It was a large open space with various equipment and obstacles, clearly designed for combat practice. Charlie, Luna, and even Alistair came to watch, curious to see what the human could do. "Show me what you have got," Baggy said, taking a fighting stance. "Don't hold back." "You sure?" Naruto asked. "I don't want to hurt you." Baggy's eye narrowed. "Try me." Naruto shrugged and without warning, he moved. He was fast, faster than any of them expected, closing the distance between him and Baggy in a blink. She barely had time to raise her spear before he was inside her guard, his movements fluid and precise. They exchanged blows, Baggy's spear work against Naruto's taijutsu, and it was immediately clear that Naruto was incredibly skilled. He adapted to her style on the fly, reading her movements and countering them with efficiency born from years of experience. "He is holding back," Alistair observed from the sidelines. "How interesting. What makes you say that?" Charlie asked, her eyes glued to the fight. "Watch his footwork. He is testing her, learning her patterns. He hasn't even begun to use his real abilities yet." Alistair was right. Naruto was gauging Baggy's skill level, not wanting to overwhelm her, but also not wanting to insult her by going too easy. When he was satisfied that she could handle more, he stepped up his game. "Shadow Clone Jutsu," he called out, and suddenly there were 4 Naruto surrounding Baggy. "What the hell?" Baggy exclaimed, spinning to try and track all of them at once. The clones attacked in coordination, forcing Baggy to defend from multiple angles. She held her own impressively, her years of military training evident in every move, but eventually, she was overwhelmed. One clone swept her legs while another disarmed her, and the real Naruto caught her before she hit the ground. The clones disappeared in puffs of smoke, and Naruto helped Baggy to her feet. "You are really good. That military training is no joke." Baggy was breathing hard but grinning. "You are better. Those clones, how do they work? Are they illusions?" "Nope, real solid copies of me. They can fight independently, and when they dispel, I get all their memories and experiences. Super useful for training and information gathering." "That's incredible," Charlie breathed. "What else can you do?" Naruto proceeded to demonstrate some of his other techniques. Basic chakra manipulation, walking up walls and across water, the substitution jutsu, and even a small Rasengan that he formed in his palm. Everyone watched in fascination as the spinning sphere of blue energy hummed with barely contained power. "That could kill someone easily," Alistair noted with approval. "How delightfully violent." "It's a last resort," Naruto said, letting the Rasengan dissipate. "I don't like using lethal force unless I have no choice." "Even in hell?" Luna asked. "Where everyone is already dead." "Especially in hell," Naruto said. "Just because someone is dead doesn't mean they don't matter. Everyone deserves respect and second chances." Charlie looked at him with something close to awe. "You really believe that?" "Of course I do. It's what I was taught and what I have seen proven time and time again. People can change. Even the worst people can find redemption if they really try." "You would fit right in at this hotel," Charlie said softly. "That's exactly what we are trying to prove." Their eyes met, and for a moment, the rest of the world seemed to fade away. There was something in Charlie's expression, something warm and hopeful and almost vulnerable, that made Naruto's heart race. Luna cleared her throat loudly, breaking the moment. "So now that we have established that Naruto can kick all of our asses, can we talk about food? I am starving." "Food sounds great," Naruto agreed quickly, tearing his gaze away from Charlie's. They headed back inside, and as they walked, Charlie fell into step beside Naruto. "That was really impressive. Your world must be amazing if that kind of power is normal there." "It's not normal exactly," Naruto said. "Most people can't use chakra at all, and even among ninja, I am considered pretty strong. But there are others way more powerful than me." "I find that hard to believe," Charlie said. "You are incredible." Naruto felt heat rise to his cheeks. "Thanks. That means a lot." As they entered the hotel, they were greeted by the smell of cooking food. Apparently, Millie had decided to visit and had taken over the kitchen. She emerged wearing an apron and wielding a spatula like a weapon. "I heard my favorite human was up and training, so I figured I would make everyone dinner," she announced. "Hope you like southern cooking because that's all I know how to make." "I like all cooking," Naruto said enthusiastically. Food is food and food is great." "The man after my own heart," Millie laughed. "Come on, let's eat." Dinner was a lively affair. The table was crowded with Charlie, Baggy, Luna, Alistair, Angel Dust, Nifty, Millie, and Naruto all gathered together. Moxie and Blitzo showed up halfway through, having heard about the feast. The food was delicious and the conversation flowed easily. They traded stories and jokes, and Naruto found himself laughing more than he had since arriving in hell. These people, these demons, were making him feel welcome in a way he hadn't expected. "So Naruto," Blitzo said, pointing his fork at him. "What's the plan? You are just going to hang out at the hotel until we figure out how to send you home?" "Pretty much," Naruto confirmed. "And help out where I can. Charlie offered me a position as security." "Security?" Blitzo repeated thoughtfully. "You know, I.M.P could also use someone with your skills. We go to Earth to kill people, remember? Having a human who knows Earth and has crazy powers would be incredibly useful." "Blitzo," Charlie said warningly. "What?" "I am just saying, if he needs something to do and a way to earn some money while he is here, we are hiring." "I will think about it," Naruto said diplomatically. "Though I am not sure how I feel about the whole assassination thing." "It's not as bad as it sounds," Moxie chimed in. "We only kill people who our clients want dead, and our clients are already in hell, so presumably, they have good reasons." "That logic is deeply flawed," Baggy pointed out. "But it pays well," Millie added cheerfully. The conversation continued, debates and jokes flying back and forth, and Naruto felt something settle in his chest. Contentment, maybe, or at least acceptance. He was stuck in hell for now, but at least he wasn't alone. He had people around him who cared, even if they were demons. As the evening wound down and people started to disperse, Charlie walked Naruto back to his room. They moved through the quiet hallways of the hotel, their footsteps echoing softly. "Thank you for everything today," Naruto said. "The training, the food, all of it. You have all been so kind." "It's what we do here," Charlie said. "Or at least, what we try to do. Most of hell thinks I am crazy for running this place, but days like today remind me why I started it." "Why did you start it?" Naruto asked. "What made you decide to try and redeem sinners?" Charlie was quiet for a moment, considering her answer. "Because I believe everyone deserves a second chance. My father, Lucifer, he was cast out of heaven for his beliefs. He made mistakes, yes, but he wasn't evil. Just different. And if someone like him could be punished so harshly for being different, then what chance do the sinners here have?" She paused outside Naruto's room, her eyes distant with memory. "I have seen so much suffering in hell. So much pain and anger and hopelessness. And I thought, what if it doesn't have to be this way? What if people could change, could grow, could earn redemption? It seemed worth trying." "It is worth trying," Naruto said firmly. "Don't let anyone tell you different. Believing in people, giving them chances, that's not crazy. That's being human. Or demon. Whatever." Charlie laughed, her eyes shining with gratitude. "Thank you, Naruto. I needed to hear that." "Anytime," Naruto said. "And hey, if you need help with the hotel or anything else, just ask. I owe you big time." "You don't owe me anything," Charlie said. "But I appreciate the offer." They stood there for a moment, neither quite ready to say goodnight. The hallway was dimly lit, intimate in a way that made Naruto acutely aware of how close they were standing. "Well, good night," Charlie said finally, breaking the spell. "Sleep well." "You too," Naruto replied. Charlie started to walk away, then turned back. "Naruto. I am really glad you are here. Even if the circumstances are terrible, I am glad we met." "Me too," Naruto said, and he meant it with his whole heart. After she left, Naruto entered his room to find Luna sitting on his bed scrolling through her phone. He wasn't even surprised anymore. "How did you get in here?" "The door was locked." "I have my ways," Luna said without looking up. "We need to talk." "About what?" "About you and Charlie." That got Naruto's attention. "What about me and Charlie?" Luna finally looked at him, her expression unreadable. "She likes you. Like really likes you. I can tell." "She barely knows me," Naruto protested. "That doesn't seem to matter to her. Charlie sees the good in everyone, but with you, it's different. She looks at you like you are special." Naruto didn't know what to say to that. He liked Charlie too, admired her optimism and determination, found her beautiful and kind. But he was from another world, possibly stuck here forever, and getting involved with anyone seemed complicated and unfair. "I am not trying to lead her on," he said finally. "I am just trying to survive and figure out how to get home." "I know," Luna said. "I am not accusing you of anything. I am just warning you that Charlie's heart is fragile. She has been hurt before, rejected and mocked for her dreams. If you are going to be close to her, you need to be careful." "I will be," Naruto promised. "I would never want to hurt her." "Good," Luna said, standing up. "Because if you do, I will personally make sure you regret it." She moved toward the window, preparing to leave the same way she came in. "Luna," Naruto called out. "Why do you care so much? About me, I mean." She paused, her back to him. "I don't care. I am just making sure you don't cause problems." "You're a terrible liar." Luna's tail swished in agitation. "Maybe I see something in you that reminds me of myself. That lost, alone feeling. And maybe I don't want you to feel like that if I can help it. is that a good enough answer? It's perfect, Naruto said softly. Luna climbed out the window without another word, disappearing into the night. Naruto watched her go, then closed the window and finally allowed himself to collapse onto the bed. His first full day in hell had been overwhelming, exhausting, and surprisingly wonderful. He had made connections, proven himself, and found a place, however temporary, where he belonged. As he drifted off to sleep, he thought about blue eyes and warm smiles, about silver fur and hidden kindness, and about a future that was uncertain, but no longer quite so frightening. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, new discoveries, and new bonds. But for tonight, Naruto was content. He was alive, he was safe, and he wasn't alone. That was enough. Naruto woke to the sound of explosions in the distance. For a brief disorienting moment, he thought he was back in Konoha under attack. His hand instinctively reached for a kunai that wasn't there before reality came crashing back. He was in hell. The explosions were probably just normal Tuesday morning activities. He sat up in bed, assessing his condition. The aches and pains from yesterday had faded significantly. His enhanced healing had worked through the night, and when he carefully peeled back the bandages, he found that most of his wounds had closed completely. There would be some lingering soreness for another day or two, but he was functional. The knock on the door interrupted his inspection. "Come in," he called out. Charlie entered carrying a tray laden with breakfast. She wore a different outfit today, a red blazer with a white shirt underneath and black pants. Her hair was pulled back in a ponytail, and she looked bright and energetic despite the early hour. "Good morning," she said cheerfully. "I brought you breakfast. Baggy made pancakes, and they are actually really good." She pretends she doesn't care about cooking, but she is secretly amazing at it. "You didn't have to do that," Naruto said, touched by the gesture. "I could have come down to eat." "I know, but I wanted to check on you first thing. Make sure you were healing properly and not, dying or anything." She set the tray on the bedside table, and Naruto caught a whiff of the pancakes. They smelled incredible, sweet and buttery with a hint of vanilla. His stomach growled appreciatively. "These look amazing," he said, digging in immediately. "Tell Vaggie thank you." Charlie sat on the edge of the bed, watching him eat with a smile. "You have a really good appetite for someone who was nearly dead yesterday." "I have always eaten a lot," Naruto said between bites. "Comes from years of training and fighting. Burns through calories like crazy." "What was it like?" Charlie asked. "Your world, I mean. Was it very different from here?" Naruto paused, thinking about how to answer. "It was different in a lot of ways. We had blue skies, for one thing. And the sun. I really miss the sun. But we also had danger and conflict, just different kinds. Ninja villages, rogue ninja, wars, giant monsters trying to destroy everything. Pretty standard stuff." "That sounds terrifying," Charlie said. "It was sometimes," Naruto admitted. "But it was also home. I had friends there, people I cared about. A village I was sworn to protect. And ramen. Really good ramen." Charlie laughed. "You really love ramen, don't you? It's the best food in the entire world. Or my entire world. I am not sure what hell's food situation is like yet, but I am willing to give it a fair chance. Well, we do have some interesting cuisine here. Lots of soul food, ironically. And there are some demon-run restaurants that serve things you have probably never imagined. Some good, some questionable, most deeply disturbing. I look forward to the disturbing ones the most," Naruto said with a grin. They talked while he finished breakfast, the conversation flowing easily. Charlie told him more about the hotel, about her dreams of redemption and the challenges she faced. Naruto shared stories about his training, about his team, about the adventures and misadventures that had shaped his life. Charlie said after a while, "You remind me why I started this hotel. Your optimism, your belief in people, it's infectious. Most demons have given up on hope, but you still have it even though you are trapped here." "I am not great at giving up," Naruto said. "It's kind of my thing. No matter how bad things get, I keep pushing forward. Because the alternative is just sitting around feeling sorry for myself, and that doesn't help anyone." "I wish more people thought like you," Charlie said softly. "Hell would be a very different place." Their eyes met, and Naruto felt that same pull he had experienced last night. Charlie's red eyes were so expressive, filled with warmth and hope, and something else he couldn't quite name. She was beautiful, inside and out, and he found himself wanting to know everything about her. "Charlie," he started, not sure what he was going to say. The moment was shattered by Vaggie's voice calling from downstairs. "Charlie, we have a situation." Charlie jumped to her feet, her expression shifting to concern. "I should go see what that's about. Would you be okay on your own for a bit?" "I will be fine," Naruto assured her. "Go do what you need to do." She hesitated at the door. "Naruto. Thank you for listening. It means a lot to have someone who understands." "Anytime," he said, and meant it. After she left, Naruto finished getting ready for the day. He examined his tattered clothes with dismay. His orange jacket was beyond repair and his black shirt wasn't much better. He was going to need new clothes if he planned to stay here for any length of time. He ventured downstairs to find the hotel lobby in a state of controlled chaos. Baggy was arguing with a large demon who looked like he had been in a fight recently. Charlie was trying to mediate while Alistair watched the whole thing with amusement from behind the bar. "I am telling you," the demon snarled, "this hotel is a joke. You promised redemption, but all I got was lectures and stupid trust exercises." "Redemption takes time," Charlie said patiently. "You have only been here for 2 weeks. You can't expect to undo decades of sin in that short a period." "2 weeks of wasted time," the demon spat. "I could have been out there making deals, gaining power, actually living my afterlife, instead of sitting in group therapy circles talking about my feelings. If you are not willing to put in the work, then maybe this isn't the right place for you," Baggy said coldly. "We are trying to help people who actually want to change." The demon took a threatening step toward Baggy, and Naruto found himself moving without thinking. He stepped between them, his posture relaxed but ready. "Hey, let's all take a breath here," he said calmly. "No need for things to get physical." "Who the hell are you?" the demon demanded. "Some new sucker Charlie conned into this place." "I am someone who believes in second chances," Naruto said. "And someone who doesn't like seeing people threaten my friends." "Your friends?" The demon laughed harshly. "You have been here what, a day? And you already think these losers are your friends?" "Yeah, I do," Naruto said simply. "They took me in when I had nowhere to go. Fed me, healed me, gave me a place to stay. That makes them friends in my book." The demon seemed taken aback by his sincerity. Then his expression hardened. "Well, good luck with that. This place is going nowhere and you are all wasting your time." He stormed out of the hotel, slamming the door behind him. The silence that followed was heavy and uncomfortable. "I am sorry you had to see that," Charlie said quietly. "That's our first resident to quit. I thought we were making progress with him." "Some people aren't ready to change," Naruto said. "That doesn't mean your dream is wrong. It just means he wasn't the right person yet." Aggie crossed her arms. "He is right, Charlie. We always knew this would be difficult. One failure doesn't mean the whole project is doomed." "But what if he is right?" Charlie asked, her optimism cracking. "What if this is all just a waste of time? What if demons can't be redeemed?" Naruto walked over to her and placed a hand on her shoulder. "Look at me, Charlie." He waited until she met his eyes. "Don't let one angry demon shake your faith. You believe in redemption because you have seen the good in people, right?" "Yes, but..." "No buts. You believe it because it's true. People can change. I have seen it happen. I have been part of making it happen. And if it can work in my world, it can work here too." Charlie's eyes filled with tears, but she smiled through them. "Thank you. I needed to hear that." "Anytime," Naruto said. "That's what friends are for." Alistair clapped his hands together, the sound sharp in the quiet lobby. "Well, that was quite the morning drama. Nothing like a good crisis to get the blood pumping. Or whatever passes for blood in this establishment." "You are not helping," Baggy said flatly. "I rarely do, dear Baggy. But I must say, young Naruto here handled that rather well. Perhaps there is more to you than meets the eye." "I just said what needed to be said," Naruto replied with a shrug. "No big deal." The front door burst open again, and Luna walked in followed by Blitzo, Moxie, and Millie. Luna looked slightly disheveled, her fur ruffled and her clothes dusty. "We have a problem," Blitzo announced without preamble. "A big problem." "What kind of problem?" Charlie asked, immediately shifting back into problem-solving mode. "The kind where one of our clients is threatening to expose I.M.P to some very dangerous people unless we complete a job that's basically suicide," Moxie explained. "And by dangerous people, I mean overlords who would happily skin us alive for fun." "And you just refused the job?" Baggy asked. "Not without breaking our contract, which would void our business license and probably get us killed anyway," Blitzo said. "We are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place made of knives and fire." "What's the job?" Naruto asked. Everyone turned to look at him. "Why do you want to know?" Luna asked suspiciously. "Because if you are in trouble, maybe I can help," Naruto said. "You all helped me yesterday. Let me return the favor." Blitzo studied him for a long moment. "The job is to take out a target on Earth. Seems simple enough, except the target is a retired military operative with extensive security, paranoid as hell, and never leaves his compound. We have been watching him for 3 days, and there is no good angle of attack. So you need someone who can get past security undetected," Naruto said. "Someone with special skills." "Exactly," Moxie said. "Which is why this job is impossible. We are good, but we are not infiltration specialists." "I am," Naruto said. "Or I was trained to be, at least. Ninja are all about stealth and infiltration." The room fell silent as everyone processed this. "You want to help us kill someone," Blitzo said slowly. "A living person on Earth." I want to help you stay alive and keep your business, Naruto corrected. If this guy is the target, he must have done something pretty bad to end up on someone's hit list in hell. He did, Millie chimed in. Our client's wife. This man killed her in a robbery gone wrong. Never got caught, never faced justice. Our client wants him to pay for what he did. Naruto considered this. He had killed before, in war and in defense of others. It wasn't something he enjoyed, but he understood sometimes it was necessary. If this man was a murderer who had escaped justice, then perhaps this was a form of cosmic balance. I will help, he said finally. But I need details. Floor plans, security schedules, everything you have got. Wait, Charlie said, stepping forward. Naruto, you don't have to do this. We will find another way to help them. I want to do this, Naruto said. These people are my friends too. And besides, I need to see if I can even get back to Earth. If I can go with them on this job, it proves the portal magic works both ways. That's actually a good point, Baggy admitted. If you can travel to Earth through their portal and back, it means you are not permanently bound to hell. See? Practical reasons, Naruto said with a grin. Plus, I am going stir crazy just sitting around waiting for answers. I need to do something. Charlie still looked uncertain, but she nodded. Okay. But please be careful. And if anything goes wrong, you get out of there immediately. I promise, Naruto said. Excellent, Blitzo said, rubbing his hands together. Welcome to I.M.P, kid. Let's go commit some murder. The I.M.P office was exactly as Naruto remembered it from his brief visit yesterday, chaotic and functional in equal measure. Moxie immediately pulled out a large folder filled with surveillance photos and notes. Alright, he said, spreading everything out on a table. The target is Marcus Reeves, age 57, retired Marine Corps, currently living in a fortified compound in rural Montana. He has security cameras covering every approach, motion sensors, dogs, and according to our intel, he sleeps with a loaded shotgun under his pillow. Paranoid, Naruto observed, studying the photos. With good reason, Luna added from her desk. He has made a lot of enemies over the years. The murder our client wants revenge for is just one of many crimes he has committed. Naruto examined the layout of the compound. It was impressive in its thoroughness, but he had infiltrated worse during his time as a ninja. The key would be timing and misdirection. When does he sleep? Naruto asked. Between midnight and 6 am usually, Moxie said. But he is a light sleeper. Any unusual noise and he is up with a weapon in hand. Dogs are the real problem, Millie pointed out. They will smell us coming from a mile away. Not if I go alone, Naruto said. I can mask my scent and chakra signature. Make myself basically invisible to normal detection methods. Chakra signature? Blitzo asked. It's like spiritual energy, Naruto explained. Every living thing has it, but most people can't sense it. I can suppress mine to the point where I am basically a ghost. That would definitely help with the dogs, Moxie admitted. But what about the cameras? I can create shadow clones as distractions. Send them to trigger sensors on one side of the compound while I slip in from the other. By the time security realizes the clones are just distractions, I will already be in position. Blitzo grinned. I like the way you think, kid. Devious and efficient. They spent the next few hours planning every detail of the operation. Naruto learned how I.M.P's portal system worked, a book called the Grimoire that Blitzo had borrowed from someone named Stolas. When opened correctly, it created a gateway directly to Earth. We usually have a 3-hour window before the portal automatically reopens for our return, Moxie explained. If you are not back by then, you are stuck on Earth until we can open another portal. 3 hours is plenty of time, Naruto assured him. As they finalized a plan, Naruto felt a familiar excitement building. This was what he was trained for, what he was good at. The mission gave him purpose, something to focus on besides his displacement from home. Luna approached him as he was studying the compound layout one more time. You know you don't have to do this, right? We will figure something out even without your help. I know, Naruto said. But I want to help. You all have done so much for me. Let me do something in return. Just don't die, Luna said. That would be really inconvenient. For everyone. Not just me. I won't die, Naruto promised. I am pretty hard to kill. Everyone says that, and then they die anyway. Not me. I have got a demon fox inside me who gets really cranky if I die. It's a whole thing. Luna stared at him. You have a demon fox inside you. Long story. I will tell you about it sometime. You're the weirdest human I have ever met and I work with Blitzo, so that's saying something. Naruto laughed. I will take that as a compliment. The plan was set for tonight. That gave Naruto the rest of the day to prepare and rest. He returned to the hotel to find Charlie anxiously waiting in the lobby. How did it go? She asked immediately. Is the plan solid? As solid as any plan involving breaking into a heavily fortified compound, Naruto said. It should work though. I have done tougher infiltration missions. Charlie twisted her hands together nervously. I don't like this. You just got here and now you are going to Earth to help assassinate someone. What if something goes wrong? What if you get hurt? Or captured? Or worse? Charlie, Naruto said gently, taking her hands in his to still their nervous movement. I will be fine. This is what I was trained to do. Trust me. I do trust you, Charlie said. I just worry. That's kind of my thing. Worrying is fine, but don't let it paralyze you. Have faith that things will work out. Like I have faith that demons can be redeemed. Exactly like that, Naruto said with a smile. Charlie squeezed his hands. You are good at this, you know. Making people feel better. I have had a lot of practice cheering people up, Naruto admitted. Most of my friends were pretty depressed when I first met them. It became my personal mission to make them smile. Mission accomplished, Charlie said, because she was indeed smiling now. Just promise me you will come back safely. I promise, Naruto said. Besides, I still need to try Hell's cuisine, remember? Can't do that if I am dead or trapped on Earth. The rest of the afternoon passed in preparation. Vaggie helped Naruto practice his stealth techniques, impressed by how quietly he could move when he wanted to. Angel Dust insisted on teaching him some Earth slang, so he would fit in better if anyone saw him. Nifty tried to clean his clothes, which were beyond saving. Actually, that's a problem, Naruto realized. I can't exactly walk around Earth in torn clothes covered in blood and dirt. Ooh, shopping trip, Angel squealed. I know all the best places for clothes in Hell. We don't have time for extensive shopping, Vaggie said. But we can hit a few stores and get him some basics. Thus Naruto found himself being dragged through the streets of Pentagram City by Angel Dust and Vaggie, with Charlie and Luna tagging along. The stores in Hell were an interesting mix of modern fashion and demonic aesthetic. Angel kept pulling out increasingly outrageous outfits, while Vaggie vetoed most of them. Too flashy. Too impractical. Too likely to get him killed. Finally, they settled on some practical basics, dark pants, a few shirts in different colors, a black jacket that fit him well, and some sturdy boots. You look good, Luna commented when he tried on the final outfit. The black and blue color scheme suits you. Thanks, Naruto said, examining himself in the mirror. It's different from my usual orange, but I like it. Orange? Angel made a face. Sweetie, no. Orange is so last season. Every season. Blue brings out your eyes. Charlie had been quiet during most of the shopping, but when Naruto emerged from the changing room in his new outfit, her face lit up. You look wonderful. Very handsome. Naruto felt his cheeks heat up. Thanks, Charlie. That means a lot. They paid for the clothes using some money Charlie insisted on providing despite Naruto's protests. As they walked back to the hotel, packages in hand, Naruto felt grateful for these new friends who cared enough to help him in small ways as well as large. Dinner that night was a quiet affair, just Charlie, Vaggie, Luna, and Naruto. Everyone else was busy with their own activities. The mood was subdued, everyone aware that Naruto would be leaving soon for a dangerous mission. Are you nervous? Vaggie asked as they ate. A little, Naruto admitted. Not about the mission itself, but about using the portal. What if something goes wrong and I end up in the wrong dimension? Or what if I can't get back? The Grimware portal is very reliable, Luna said. Blitzo has used it dozens of times without any issues. Well, without any portal-related issues. He has plenty of other issues. That's reassuring, Naruto said dryly. You will be fine, Charlie said firmly. And when you get back, we will celebrate your first successful mission in Hell. With cake? Naruto asked hopefully. With whatever you want, Charlie promised. After dinner, Naruto headed back to his room to mentally prepare. He sat on the bed and focused inward, reaching for Kurama's presence. You are really going through with this, Kurama rumbled in his mind. Yeah, Naruto confirmed. I need to help them, and I need to know if I can travel to Earth. And if you can. What then? Then I know that dimensional travel is possible from here, which means maybe I can find a way home. Or maybe you will discover you are stuck here permanently and have to accept this as your new reality. Naruto was quiet for a moment. If that happens, I will deal with it. These people here, they are good. I could do worse for a second chance at life. You have grown soft for them quickly, Kurama observed. Is that a bad thing? No, Kurama admitted. It's very you. Making bonds wherever you go, turning strangers into family. It's both your greatest strength and your greatest weakness. I will take that as a compliment. It was meant as one. A knock on the door interrupted their conversation. Naruto opened it to find Luna standing there, looking uncharacteristically uncertain. Can I come in? She asked. Of course, Naruto said, stepping aside. Luna entered and sat on the edge of the bed, her tail swishing in agitation. Look, I am not good at this kind of thing, so I am just going to say it. Be careful tonight. These Earth missions can be unpredictable, and I don't want you getting hurt because you are trying too hard to help us. I will be careful, Naruto promised. And I appreciate you worrying about me. I am not worried, Luna said quickly. I am just being practical. It would be inconvenient if you died. Luna, you are a terrible liar. She glared at him, but there was no real heat in it. Fine. Maybe I am a little worried. You are kind of growing on me, okay. Like a fungus. That's the nicest thing anyone has ever called me, Naruto said with a grin. Shut up, Luna muttered, but she was smiling slightly. They sat in comfortable silence for a moment. Then Luna reached into her pocket and pulled out something, a small silver pendant on a chain. Here, she said, thrusting it toward him. It's nothing special, just something I have had for a while. But it's supposed to be good luck or protection or whatever. Take it. Naruto took the pendant, examining it. It was simple but well made, a silver crescent moon with a small star beside it. Luna, this is beautiful. Are you sure you want me to have it? Just take it before I change my mind, Luna said, her ears flattening in embarrassment. Naruto put the chain around his neck, tucking the pendant under his shirt. Thank you. I will keep it safe and bring it back to you. You better, Luna said. It's the only one I have. She stood to leave, but impulsively, Naruto hugged her. Luna stiffened in surprise, clearly not used to physical affection, but after a moment, she relaxed and returned the hug tentatively. Thank you, Naruto said quietly. For everything. Just come back alive, idiot, Luna muttered into his shoulder. When she left, Naruto felt the weight of the pendant against his chest, a tangible reminder that people here cared about him. It gave him strength and determination. He wouldn't let them down. At 11 p.m., Naruto made his way to I.M.P headquarters. The streets of hell were actually busier at night, demons of all kinds prowling about their business. No one bothered him as he walked, perhaps sensing that he was on a mission. The I.M.P office was a hive of activity when he arrived. Blitzo was loading weapons, Moxie was doing last-minute checks on equipment, and Millie was sharpening various blades with enthusiasm. There he is, Blitzo announced. Our secret weapon. You ready to kill some people? Just one person, Naruto corrected. And yes, I am ready. Luna was at her desk, but she looked up when he entered. Their eyes met briefly, and she gave him a small nod of acknowledgement. He touched the pendant under his shirt, drawing strength from the gesture. Alright, team, Moxie said, gathering everyone around the table. Let's go over this one more time. Naruto creates shadow clone distractions on the east side of the compound. That triggers the motion sensors and draws security attention. While they are investigating, Naruto slips in from the west side, the blind spot we identified in the camera coverage. He moves through the compound to the main house, Millie continued. Second floor, third door on the right. That's the target's bedroom. I go in, confirm the target, complete the mission, and exit the same way I came in, Naruto finished. Total time inside the compound, 15 minutes maximum. And we will be monitoring from here, Luna added. If anything goes wrong, we abort and pull you out. Nothing will go wrong, Naruto said confidently. Trust me, I have done this kind of thing dozens of times. On Earth or in your world? Blitzo asked. Does it matter? Infiltration is infiltration. Fair point, Blitzo conceded. Alright, let's do this. Moxie, prep the grimoire. Moxie carefully opened the ancient book, its pages glowing with otherworldly light. He began reciting an incantation in a language Naruto didn't recognize, and suddenly, a portal opened in the middle of the office. It swirled with purple and blue energy, showing a glimpse of a dark forest on the other side. That's our entry point, Moxie said. About half a mile from the compound. Should give you plenty of cover for approach. Naruto studied the portal, feeling the pull of dimensional magic. It was similar to the scroll that had brought him here but more controlled, more stable. He stepped closer, and the energy seemed to recognize him, reaching out with curious tendrils. Weird, Luna observed. The portal doesn't usually do that. It's reacting to his chakra, Moxie theorized. The energy signature is probably confusing the magic. Will it still work? Naruto asked. Only one way to find out, Blitzo said. Go on, step through. We will be right here when you get back. Naruto took a deep breath, touching the pendant one more time for luck. Then he stepped into the portal. The sensation was indescribable. It felt like being pulled apart and put back together simultaneously, like falling and flying at the same time. Colors and sounds blurred together, and for a moment, Naruto couldn't tell which way was up or down. Then suddenly, he was standing in a forest. The air was crisp and cold, very different from hell's perpetual warmth. Above him, through gaps in the trees, he could see stars. Real stars in a real sky. It was so beautiful that for a moment, he just stood there breathing in the earth air and marveling at being back in a living world. Kid, focus, Kurama's voice brought him back to the present. You have a mission. Right, mission, Naruto thought, shaking off his wonder. He oriented himself using the information Moxie had provided. The compound was to the northeast, about half a mile through these woods. He moved silently through the forest, his ninja training making him virtually invisible in the darkness. Every sound, every smell, every shift in the air, he was aware of it all. This was his element. This was what he was made for. As he approached the compound, he could see the security lights illuminating the perimeter. High fences, cameras mounted on posts, and yes, he could hear dogs patrolling. 2 of them, large breeds from the sound of their movement. Naruto formed the hand sign for shadow clones. 4 copies of himself appeared, and he quickly gave them their instructions through the mental link they shared. They nodded and disappeared into the darkness, circling around to the east side of the compound. He suppressed his chakra signature to almost nothing, becoming a ghost in the night. Then he waited, counting down in his head. 3, 2, 1. On the east side, his clones deliberately triggered a motion sensor. Alarms blared, lights flooded that section of the compound, and he could hear security personnel rushing to investigate. The dogs barked frantically, running toward the disturbance. Perfect. Naruto moved like water, flowing across the open ground to the western fence. He scaled it in seconds, dropping silently on the other side. The blind spot in camera coverage was exactly where Moxie said it would be, a small gap created by the angle of 2 cameras and a support beam. He sprinted across the lawn, keeping low and fast. More alarms went off as his clones continued their distraction on the other side. He could hear shouting now, security trying to figure out what was triggering the sensors. The main house loomed before him, a large 2-story structure that screamed paranoid military man. Reinforced windows, heavy doors, probably multiple weapon stashes throughout. But Naruto wasn't going through the doors. He ran up the side of the building, using chakra to stick to the wall, and reached the 2nd floor in seconds. The 3rd window from the right, that was his target. He peered inside carefully. There he was. Marcus Reeves, sitting up in bed with a shotgun in his hands, staring at the door as he listened to the alarms. He was exactly as the photos showed, grizzled, hard, and alert despite the late hour. Naruto tried to feel something about what he was about to do. Remorse, hesitation, guilt. But the truth was, this man had killed an innocent woman and never faced justice for it. In Naruto's world, ninja eliminated threats all the time. This was just another mission, another target. He slipped through the window silently. The man didn't notice at first, too focused on the door. But something, some instinct honed by years of violence, made him turn. Their eyes met. Reeves tried to bring the shotgun around, but Naruto was faster. He crossed the distance in a blink, his hand striking a pressure point on the man's neck. Reeves slumped, unconscious, the shotgun falling from his hands. Naruto caught the weapon before it hit the floor and set it aside silently. He checked for a pulse. Still alive, just knocked out. Good. He could make this quick and painless. Hit, are you sure about this? Kurama asked. This isn't self-defense or war. This is execution. He killed someone, Naruto thought back. He took a life and never paid for it. The person he killed deserves justice. And you are the one to deliver it. Someone has to be. Naruto placed his hand on the man's chest, gathering chakra. One precise strike to stop the heart and it would be over. The man would simply not wake up. Peaceful, compared to how he had killed others. But Naruto's hand hesitated. He thought about all the people who had wanted to kill him over the years, who had judged him for the demon inside him without knowing his story. He thought about how he had fought so hard to prove that people could change, that redemption was possible. Was he really going to kill a sleeping man, no matter what crimes he had committed? On the other hand, this man had murdered someone in cold blood. Had shown no remorse, no attempt at redemption. And more importantly, Naruto's new friends needed this mission to succeed. Their business, possibly their lives, depended on it. The mission came first. That was what ninja were taught. Complete the objective, worry about feelings later. Naruto focused his chakra and struck. Marcus Reeves died instantly, his heart stopping mid-beat. He didn't feel pain, didn't even wake up. One moment alive, the next not. As peaceful as death could be. Naruto stood there for a moment, looking at the body. He had killed before, many times during the war. But this felt different somehow. More personal. More deliberate. Target eliminated, he thought to himself. Time to go. He moved to the window, but paused when he noticed a photo on the nightstand. It showed a younger Reeves with a woman and a small child. His family, presumably. For a moment, Naruto wondered if they knew what kind of man he had been. If they would mourn him or be relieved. He shook off the thought. This wasn't the time for philosophy. He had a mission to complete and friends waiting for him. Naruto slipped out the window and down the side of the building. The alarms were still blaring, his clones still causing chaos on the east side. Security would discover the body eventually, but by then, he would be long gone. He retraced his path across the compound, over the fence, and back into the forest. As soon as he was clear of the property, he released his shadow clones. Their memories flooded back to him, showing security personnel running around in confusion, searching for intruders that weren't there. The extraction point was where he had left it, the portal still swirling with energy. He could see the I.M.P office on the other side, see Luna leaning forward at her desk, watching intently. Naruto stepped through the portal and back into hell. The transition was just as disorienting as before, but this time he was ready for it. He stumbled slightly as he emerged in the office, and Millie was immediately there to steady him. "You okay, sugar?" she asked, concerned. "I am fine," Naruto said. "Mission accomplished. Target eliminated." The room erupted in cheers. Blitzo whooped loudly, Moxie looked relieved, and even Luna allowed herself a small smile. "That's what I am talking about," Blitzo crowed. "Clean, efficient, professional. Kid, you are hired permanently if you want the job." "Let's not get ahead of ourselves," Naruto said, but he was smiling. "Can we just focus on the fact that I didn't die?" "Fair point," Moxie said. "And you did excellent work. The shadow clone distraction was brilliant. Security never even knew you were in the main building until it was over." "How did it feel?" Millie asked curiously. "Your first assassination job." Naruto considered the question. "Necessary," he said finally. "Not good, not bad. Just necessary." "That's the healthiest attitude to have about this work," Moxie said approvingly. "If you enjoy it too much, you are a psychopath. If you hate it too much, you will burn out. Necessary is the right mindset." They spent the next hour debriefing, going over every detail of the mission. What worked, what could have been better, what to remember for next time. It was professional and thorough, and Naruto appreciated their dedication to improvement. Finally, Blitzo declared the debrief complete. "Alright, everyone go home and get some rest. We will celebrate properly tomorrow. Naruto, you did good tonight. Really good." "Thanks," Naruto said. "And thank you all for trusting me with this." As everyone prepared to leave, Luna approached him. "You have the pendant." Naruto pulled it out from under his shirt. "Right here. Kept me safe just like you said." "Good," Luna said. She reached out as if to take it back, then hesitated. "Actually, you can keep it. For next time." "Next time?" Naruto asked. "You are part of the team now, whether you like it or not. We will have more missions, and you will probably come on some of them. So keep the pendant. For luck." Naruto smiled and tucked it back under his shirt. "Thank you, Luna. That means a lot." "Yeah, well, don't make a big deal out of it," she muttered, but her tail was wagging slightly, betraying her pleasure. As Naruto walked back to the Hazbin hotel, he reflected on the night's events. He had killed someone, crossed a moral line that he couldn't uncross. But he had also helped his friends, proven his worth, and confirmed that he could travel to Earth through the portals. More importantly, he had discovered something about himself. He could adapt. Even in hell, even in circumstances he never could have imagined, he could find a place, make connections, and move forward. The hotel was quiet when he arrived, most residents asleep. But there was a light on in the lobby, and when he entered, he found Charlie waiting for him. She sat in one of the armchairs, a book in her lap, though it was clear she hadn't been reading. The moment she saw him, she jumped up and rushed over. "You are back. Thank goodness, you are back. I have been so worried." "I told you I would be fine," Naruto said, touched by her concern. "I know, but I couldn't help worrying. Did everything go okay? Are you hurt?" "Everything went perfectly, and no, I am not hurt. It was actually pretty easy, all things considered." Charlie hugged him suddenly, wrapping her arms around him tightly. "I am so glad. I spent the whole time you were gone imagining all the terrible things that could happen." Naruto returned the hug, feeling the warmth of her body against his. Charlie was shaking slightly, the aftereffects of hours of anxiety. He rubbed her back soothingly. "Hey, I am here. I am safe. You don't need to worry anymore." "I know," Charlie said, her voice muffled against his chest. "I just care about you, okay? You are important to me, and the thought of something happening to you was unbearable." Naruto felt his heart skip a beat. She cared about him. Really cared. And he realized he cared about her too, more than he probably should after only knowing her for 2 days. "You are important to me too," he said softly. They stood there for a long moment, holding each other. Then Charlie pulled back slightly, looking up at him with those expressive red eyes. "Did you have to, do the thing?" she asked hesitantly. "The assassination part?" "Yeah," Naruto admitted. "The target had killed someone and never faced justice for it. I.M.P needed this job done, and I was the best option to do it safely." "How do you feel about it?" "Honestly, conflicted. I believe in redemption and second chances. But I also believe in justice. This man had his chance at redemption and never took it. So I did what needed to be done." Charlie nodded slowly. "I don't agree with killing. My whole philosophy is based on redemption, on the idea that anyone can change. But I also understand that sometimes the world doesn't give us easy choices. And I won't judge you for doing what you thought was right." "Thank you," Naruto said. "That means a lot." "Just promise me something," Charlie said. "Promise me you won't lose yourself in this. Don't let hell change who you are at your core." "I promise," Naruto said. "I know who I am. A few assassination jobs won't change that." Charlie smiled, though there was still worry in her eyes. "Good. Because I really like who you are." The air between them felt charged, heavy with unspoken feelings. Naruto was acutely aware of how close they were standing, how her hands were still resting on his arms, how beautiful she looked in the dim light of the lobby. "Charlie," he started, not sure what he wanted to say. She seemed to understand anyway. Her hand came up to cup his cheek, her touch gentle and warm. "You should get some rest. It's been a long night." "Yeah," Naruto agreed, though he made no move to step away. Long night. They stayed like that for another moment, caught in the space between friendship and something more. Then Charlie stepped back, breaking the spell. "Good night, Naruto," she said softly. "Good night, Charlie," he replied. As he climbed the stairs to his room, Naruto couldn't stop thinking about the way Charlie had looked at him, the way she had touched his face, the unspoken words hanging between them. Something was developing here, something complicated and potentially wonderful. But he was from another world, possibly stuck here forever, and she was the princess of hell. Could anything between them actually work? "You are overthinking again," Kurama observed. "You have been back for 5 minutes and you are already spiraling. Can you blame me?" Naruto thought back. "Today I killed someone, confirmed I can travel to Earth, and maybe started to develop feelings for the princess of hell. That's a lot to process. Welcome to your new life, kid. Might as well embrace it." Naruto changed into sleep clothes and collapsed onto his bed. His body was exhausted even if his mind was racing. As he drifted off to sleep, his last thoughts were of red eyes and warm smiles, of silver fur and hidden kindness, and of a future that was uncertain, but no longer quite so frightening. His second day in hell had been even more intense than his first. What would the third day bring? Whatever it was, Naruto was ready for it. He had proven to himself and others that he could adapt, could survive, could thrive even in impossible circumstances. He was Naruto Uzumaki. He never gave up, never backed down, and never let the odds defeat him. Not even in hell. The next morning, Naruto woke to sunlight streaming through his window. Except it wasn't real sunlight, just the red glow of hell's perpetual crimson sky filtered through his curtains. Still, it was light, and that was enough. He felt surprisingly good considering the previous night's activities. His body had fully recovered from his initial injuries, and the mission hadn't taken much out of him physically. Mentally was another story, but he pushed those thoughts aside for now. There was a note that had been slipped under his door. He picked it up and immediately recognized Charlie's handwriting. "Good morning, Naruto. I hope you slept well. When you wake up, please come to the lobby. We have a surprise for you. Charlie." A surprise? That was either very good or very concerning. Naruto got dressed in his new clothes, the black pants and blue shirt that Angel had insisted suited him. He examined himself in the mirror and had to admit he looked good. Different from his usual style, but good. When he made it downstairs, he found the lobby transformed. Streamers hung from the ceiling, balloons floated near the walls, and a large banner proclaimed "Congratulations Naruto" in colorful letters. The entire hotel staff was there, along with the I.M.P crew. "What is all this?" Naruto asked, genuinely surprised. Charlie rushed forward with a bright smile. "This is your celebration. You completed your first mission successfully, you proved you can travel to Earth and back, and most importantly, you survived your first 2 days in hell. That definitely deserves a party." "You didn't have to do all this," Naruto said, but he was smiling. "Of course we did," Baggy said. Charlie insisted. "She spent half the night planning this after you went to bed." "Because you deserve it," Charlie added. "You have helped us so much in such a short time. We wanted to do something nice for you in return." The party was actually fun. Angel Dusty J''D using Luna's phone and a speaker, playing a mix of music that ranged from surprisingly good to absolutely terrible. Millie had made food, southern-style cooking that was delicious and hearty. Even Alistair participated, providing running commentary on everything with his signature radio-static voice. Blitzo pulled Naruto aside at one point. "Seriously, kid, you did amazing work last night. I have been in this business for years, and that was one of the cleanest jobs I have ever seen. If you ever want a permanent position at I.M.P, just say the word." "I appreciate the offer," Naruto said. "But I need to focus on finding a way home. Once I do that, I will be gone. And if you can't find a way home? Then I will cross that bridge when I come to it." "Fair enough," Blitzo said. "But the offer stands. You are always welcome at I.M.P." As the party continued, Naruto found himself talking to different people, learning more about them and their lives in hell. Moxie told him about growing up in the Wrath Ring, Millie shared stories about her family farm, and Angel Dust regaled him with tales from his various acting jobs that were probably too inappropriate for mixed company. Luna stayed mostly on the sidelines, but Naruto caught her watching him several times. When their eyes met, she would quickly look away, but not before he saw something in her expression. Concern, maybe, or affection, or something else he couldn't quite identify. He made his way over to her. "Not a party person." "Not really," Luna admitted. "Too many people, too much noise. But Charlie insisted everyone be here, so here I am." Well, I am glad you came, Naruto said. It wouldn't be the same without you. Luna's ears perked up slightly. Yeah. You found me, remember? This all started because you decided not to leave me in that alley. I owe you a lot. You don't owe me anything, Luna said. I just did what anyone would do. No, you did what you thought was right, even though it would have been easier to walk away. That takes character. Luna looked at him for a long moment, her red and wide eyes searching his face. You're weird, you know that. So I have been told, Naruto said with a grin. Later in the afternoon, as the party was winding down, Charlie asked Naruto to join her on the hotel balcony. They stood side by side, looking out over Pentagram City with its chaos and color. I have been thinking, Charlie said. About what you said yesterday, about how you don't know if you will ever get home. Yeah, Naruto said quietly. It's a possibility I have to face. If that happens, if you do end up staying here permanently, I want you to know that you have a place here. At the hotel, with us. You don't have to be alone. Naruto felt emotion tighten his throat. Thank you, Charlie. Really. You have no idea how much that means to me. Charlie turned to face him fully. I know what it's like to feel out of place, to have dreams that no one else understands. But you get it. You understand what I am trying to do here, and you support it. That's rare. You are rare. You are pretty rare yourself, Naruto said. Most people would have given up on the redemption idea by now. But you keep fighting for it, keep believing. That's incredible. They were standing close again, just like last night. Charlie's hand found his, their fingers intertwining naturally. Naruto's heart was racing, and he could see Charlie's cheeks flushing red. Naruto, Charlie started. They were interrupted by Vaggie calling from inside. Charlie, we have a situation. One of the residents is having a breakdown. Charlie sighed but didn't let go of Naruto's hand immediately. Duty calls. But we should talk more later. About things. I would like that, Naruto said. She squeezed his hand once more before heading back inside. Naruto stayed on the balcony for a moment, processing his feelings. He was definitely developing something for Charlie. Something deep and real and potentially complicated. But for now, he just enjoyed the moment. The party, the friends, the feeling of belonging somewhere, even if that somewhere was hell itself. His new life was beginning, whether he had planned for it or not. And maybe, just maybe, that wasn't such a bad thing. Thanks for watching my video, and have a lovely day, see you next time, till then sayonara.